if we are talking about the crypto assets issuing process, so we need to understand which kind of requirements we will have according to the MiCA to the issuer of the crypto assets. First of all, it should be a legal entity registered in EU. And this is a very principle. That means that, for example, if virtual currency is registered under the legal entity in Cayman Islands, it will be not anymore legal in the European Union. The next one is that actually virtual currency or virtual asset service provider should draft the white paper. This white paper should be notified and published. And also this token offering and token issuance process should meet the requirements stated in Article 13, which is saying that you need to do it honestly, transparently. There should be a possibility to have refund. You need to comply with the general compliance rule in the European Union and meet all other EU standards. And important is to mention that depending on the type of the virtual assets, there are different regulations. So first one is for the utility tokens. If we are talking about asset referred token, there is an obligation to have authorization from the home country of the issuer. And if we are talking about the e-money tokens, and then the company should have the e-money license within the European Union. So only utility tokens will be possible to issue without the authorization or license. Just a second. And let's talk about the crypto assets classification as well. As I mentioned, we are having three general types of the token. So first is the utility token. So it's a token when you get the possibility to use the goods or services within the platform, and issuer of the token is accepting this as a possibility of the digital asset. Then we have assets reference token. This is a type of the virtual assets when the value of this asset is stable or equal to the virtual currency, fiat currency, commodities, or combination of them. And then we have a type of the token which called the e-money token. This is a type of virtual assets which has stable rate, and it's dedicated to the fiat currency. So if we're talking about the stable coins, and for example, we will take USDT, which is referred to the USD dollar, then we are talking about the e-money tokens, and actually issuing such type of the token should require the e-money license for the legal entity. And then it's important to understand which kind of tokens are not the subject of MiCA. So, for example, NFTs, crypto assets that are given for free. Also, if the crypto assets is offered for a fewer amount of the person than 150, if it's offered only for the qualified investors, and if the consideration do not exceed 1 million within 12 months. And also, of course, the crypto assets that are created through the mining as a reward and are used as a validation of the transactions. They are also not the subject of MiCA regulation. Let me check. Let's talk about the crypto asset service providers. So who are the crypto asset service providers? Any person whose commercial activity is to provide one or more virtual asset services, and then on the regular basis. And which kind of services are virtual currency services? First of all, custodian wallet services, and then, of course, operation as a trading platform, crypto exchanges. Execution of the orders of the crypto assets will also go under the licensing. Placing of the crypto assets transmission of the crypto orders and crypto assets, and also advice on the crypto assets, on consultation on the crypto assets, which is absolutely new approach. Before, it was not a subject of the license in any country, but according to the MiCA, even advice on the crypto assets, similar to the investment regulation, will go under the license. And if you are talking about the license, if the company would like to provide before mentioned services, you need to apply for the authorization. And this license will be valid within the European Union. If you apply for the passporting, you need to submit the application in the country of the registration of the company. And of course, you need to specify which kind of services are you planning to provide. And there is a documental requirements as well. And if you are talking about the terms of review period, then within 25 days, you will get the first response, and then application will be reviewed within 3 months. Let's talk about the register of the service providers. As I mentioned before, there will be one public register for the virtual currency service providers, which will be authorized and checked by ESMA. And of course, ESMA will be able to enter the data of all applicants in the register and update this. And this register will be public and will be updated on the regular basis. So it will be accessible to the consumers as well. And it is important to mention that there will be information about the company, information about which kind of services actually the company can provide according to the license, and of course the information in which countries companies having the right to provide the services. And provision of this cross-border services, as I mentioned before, one of the biggest advantages of the MiCA is that companies will have the possibility to provide the services not only in one country, but within the European Union. Because at the moment, we have a big issue. For example, if the company is registered in Estonia, applying here for the virtual currency service provider license, which is not an easy and cheap process. And then would like, for example, provide the services in Germany, then German regulator BaFin might come and say that to provide the services within the Germany, you need to obtain for the local license. And actually, it is very hard to comply for the market players because the regulation between the countries is different or missing, or requirements are not green. So MiCA should solve this problem. So according to the MiCA, once you receive the license or authorization from your home country where the company is registered and main activity, business activity exists, you have the right to provide the application to the government authorities to get the possibility to provide the services within other European Union countries. And this passporting possibility is very needed for all market players. And response you will get within 10 days. So it's not an additional licensing process. It's quite simple. And this data will be in this public register of the market players.